in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too,
and I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
I usually look for the team with good balance, where one guy isn't doing everything. One guy can facilitate everything, but he can't do everything. So offense, defense, balance, and they gotta have a big shot maker.
You know, I look for unselfishness, guys playing with each other, mental toughness. No weak by the team has ever won a championship, Ernie.
How about continuity, too? How about very little changeover from a team that was really good the previous year, may not have gone as far?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing the Dallas Mavericks. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeAndre Jordan shoots with his left hand, but he bowls with his right. He throws with his right, and he finishes with his right around the rim. But he insists he's left-handed. He said, I tried to shoot with my right hand, and it was pretty much the same, maybe worse. I'm going to stick with the left because I've been practicing that for a while. Kevin?
Interesting strategy, DA. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. Doris, should be quite a battle tonight. 2 terrific front courts. What do you expect to see?
Well, I'm really curious to see the level of physicality on the interior, in the painted area, each side trying to impose its will upon the other. Who does the better job invading the space and contesting shots? Just don't invade my space over here, Mr. Harlan. Keep to your side of the table, will you?
I wouldn't think of it. I would not think of it. And it's the Mavericks to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Lakers. The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wings. LeBron James is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rondo in at the point. That one falls.
First points of the night, and here we go.
Well, great start to this one. Setting the tone right away with that bucket.
James kicks to McGee. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Just an example of what sets LeBron apart from everyone else. The ability to set up his teammates for easy scores while being so dominant himself.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to D. Back to Barnes. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Smith dishes to Barnes. To the inside. And stolen by James.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Just fantastic defense by LeBron. You have to protect the ball or he's going to swipe it from you with his lightning quick hands.
And the Mavericks with possession here. And off the front iron, and in it goes. On defense, Dallas. It's Ingram on the wing. McGee, the pass to Ingram. And he drops it in from the low post. So it's the Mavericks now. Smith with it. The pass to D. Now the dish to Jordan. Stolen by McGee. Here's Caldwell.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
The quick feet and hands of Caldwell Pope paying dividends at the defensive end.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. The offensive rebound, Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Banked in off the glass.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Guys, how lucky are we that we watched LeBron James steadily climb the all-time scoring ranks, right? This guy last season, he passes the great Moses Malone and Shaquille O'Neal. Truly incredible.
And the Mavericks with possession here. 4-point game. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Wesley Matthews picks one up. And LeBron Doris presently in the top 7 in career scoring. Do you think he can ever reach number 1?
Kevin, if this guy set out to be the leading scorer in NBA history, he has the physical abilities to do that. But this is a guy who wants to be defined as maybe the most complete player to ever play. He contributes with his scoring, with his passing, with his defense. He is one of the all-time greats.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Lakers leading by 4. Outside Rondo. Floats it up for James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 7 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys. And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular, and with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
Now, here's Stevenson. He feeds it to James. Over Barnes. Ball. It's good on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Correa dishes to Powell. Powell with the screen. And that one's good. Barnes.
The improvement in Barnes' deep range just helps his offense space the floor.
Stevenson kicks to LeBron. A minute 42 left in the first. Here's Kuzma. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Barea. Last season's performance for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. Nowitzki goes back up, got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Beasley with the steal. Here's Stevenson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The first free throw is good. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
All free throws good from Lance Stevenson. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Here's Finney Smith. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the 3. Nice.
Beasley the screen. Ball kicks to Beasley. Over Nowitzki. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. A baseline J. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Passes it to Kuzma. Out to the wing. There's the pick. To the wing on the left. Ball with a wide open look. No good on the 3. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Lakers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know it.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Not at all. Every time they get the ball, they're looking to burn the defense in transition.
Nowitzki is out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then it's D. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now, here's Stevenson. Beasley the screen. Here's Ball. Opening night, regular season doors, every club in the league hoping to pile up early wins, but how important is it really to come out of the gate strong and have that look in your eye, that focus?
I think if you're a young team where the key parts and personnel are in their formative stages, this is critical to getting some confidence and feeling like, okay, I know how to win at the NBA level. If you're a more veteran-laden team, they far greater understand that the NBA 82-game grind is about pacing. So I think it depends team to team what your approach and how important the early start is.
Great analysis. Pass to Kuzma. Drains it from beyond the arc. And it's a 7-point Laker lead.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
That free throw missing.
Well, the Mavericks last season, remember, went 33-49. It was their first losing season in 17 years. That's a remarkable record of winning.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Jordan, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Matthews comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Smith subbed in for J.J. Barea.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to do. Build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
Now, here is Smith. Dallas again missing. And in the midst of their 16 seasons of 500 basketball or better, the Mavericks with 11 straight seasons of 50 wins or better.
And they have 12 of those 50-win seasons overall, Kev. Everyone knows they've got an NBA title underneath their belt. If you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, you have every reason to be proud.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Barnes, he's checked in for D. Now, here is Smith. Jordan, the screen. Smith, the pass to Jordan. McGee with the block. And they're pushing it up. Here's Caldwell Pope. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Mavericks trail by 9. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 5, and there's the 3-second violation. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Mavericks.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Caldwell Pope against Matthews. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ingram. McGee a screen. Offensive rebound. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
It's good.
Yeah, and it's the long arms of Jordan, staying active on the boards for these high percentage putbacks.
James dishes to McGee. Smith against Rondo. Caldwell Pope outside. Now here is McGee. Not a lot of room. And again, no good by the Lakers. Mavericks trail by 7. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
Very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
Snatched up. Here's Jordan. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And that's as high percentage as it gets for Jordan. He has shot over 65% for his entire career.
Now here's Rondo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're pounding the ball inside. It's leading to a lot of points in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Smith. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ball's checked in. Now here's Barea. Matthews passes to Barnes. Over James. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now here's Jordan following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Here's Finney Smith. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Finney Smith's got his second basket of the night. Lakers leading by 7. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Back to James. Back to Caldwell Pope. Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game, about half his shots.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime
And welcome
Show.
to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited.
A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They took over in the second quarter, building their lead up to 10 points by the half and looking very much like a team that is determined to turn this game into a laugher. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ballroom, but they were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas plays?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. And now the third quarter about to get going. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball.
And here's Rondo. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. JaVale McGee is out there with LeBron James, and it's Rondo in at the point. Rondo is screen on Smith. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Right side Matthews. Smith kicks to Barnes. Jordan the pass to D. Jordan the screen. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 8. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And that one's good. Ingram.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's D. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Rondo wide open. No good with the triple.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
And it's Smith missing.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And it's Ingram missing.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
But how about the speed there by Smith? He can intimidate you not just with the athleticism, but with his quickness in the open floor.
into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Ingram. Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks trail by 9. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 7.
And Smith likes getting close to the rim, a consistent scorer when he's deep inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Of course, it seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days, asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who at his prime athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best 2 guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it. Barnes against Stevenson. Nowitzki outside. Tries from 10. Rondo with the steal. The feed now to Beasley. Pass to Hart. Here's Kuzma. 3-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Smith dishes to Barnes, and there's the pass to D. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. D's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, not just a finisher now. Barnes always willing to make the extra pass.
Beasley outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ball's checked in. Smith against Rondo. Over to the left wing. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Mavericks, such a well-run team, including on the court. They play doors to their strengths, and they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Right, Kev. By far the best turnover differential in the league last season. They were also first in charges drawn. 3rd best field goal percentage in the clutch. This is how you claw out wins.
That's tipped. Kicks it to Powell. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Powell's got his first points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Ball. Los Angeles with another miss.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Lakers in the lead. Rondo passes to Beasley. 1:33 left to play in the 3rd. Tries again. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, how about the concentration from Ball? Not allowing himself to be denied. Really got to wrap him up on these shots to prevent the bucket.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Barea subbed in for Smith.
And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete. Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court. A terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with. He really approaches the game like a 10-year vet.
There's a minute left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. Here's Beasley. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for Los Angeles.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Over to the left wing. D. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Berea's got 3 assists in the game. The Lakers trail. And with Lonzo Ball, you've heard all the comparisons to Jason Kidd as how he plays and views things as if it's a chess match. Greg, pretty good company to be in.
I tell you, that just shows the lofty expectations Ball has been saddled with, and he's the ultimate team player and plays to win. There are questions about his game, but what I always say is the fact that the players he plays with tend to play their best basketball, which I think is a reflection of his game.
Oh, that's good.
And with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And it's Stevenson missing. Here's Finney Smith. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Mavericks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, defense, great job. Blocking, helping, terrific, all right? Stay with it.
And Rick Carlisle moments ago amped up about their defensive effort, just telling them to stay the course.
And there is nothing a coach likes more than when all 5 guys are sacrificing to get stops.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Powell. Then it's Matthews. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, well over a decade in the NBA for the terrific J.J. Barea. Undrafted, as you know, Doris, out of Northeastern.
Yes, but he can say he's an NBA champion. Of course, the majority of his seasons with the Dallas Mavericks, as was that Title I back in 2011. Listen, there might be a foot of difference in height between he and partner Dirk Nowitzki, but their games have really meshed well.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Matthews against Caldwell Pope. And Matthews kicks to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Ball. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Money from the wing.
Well, we always talk about the power of LeBron James, but how about the grace on the pull-up there?
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And Jordan has it in the corner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
And he knocks down the first one.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, we all know that Mavs head coach Rick Carlisle is considered one of the best in the NBA in terms of his ability to X and O. He is outstanding at maximizing his players' strengths and putting them in positions to succeed.
Offensive rebound, McGee can't cash in from close range.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. The kick out to Matthews. In the corner, Powell with it. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Carlisle last season selected by general managers as the coach who makes the best in-game adjustments in the league.
Well, think about this. He came in second to Greg Popovich in voting for best coach in the league overall. Everyone understands that in terms of X and O ability, Rick Carlisle is at the very top of the list. You will not find very often a more complete package in that position than Rick Carlisle.
Here's Finney Smith. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles. And he makes the first.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Smith comes in for J.J. Barea. Lakers trail by 7. Now Ball shoots the 3. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Ball. 18 points for Brandon Ingram.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay.
Jordan the screen. Here's Smith. McGee with the block. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. And again, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Here's Matthews. Rebound the Lakers. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
That's great use of size and length. Tough down low when guys are battling for that board.
Smith on the wing. Stolen by Ball. And it's the Lakers on the break. Ball's running to tie it up. A second chance effort. Got a hand on it.
Exceptional defense from Wes Matthews. This is one of the best defenders in the game.
Smith right side. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And I tell you what, Smith takes over on those important possessions. Always calm and confident with the ball. And this guy embraces the big moments.
McGee a screen. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. And the basket is good.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Smith. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
I'll tell you what, he continues to impress me with how smart he is on the floor. He does a great job off that screen of creating a little space there and then shooting with rhythm.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Over Barnes. It's rebounded by Dallas. Barnes has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. D, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Lakers also making a change. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Ball. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Smith. And the rejection by LeBron.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Smith with it. He's picked up by James. Smith outside. Fires from deep. Smith missing again. And it's the Lakers ball. Trailing by 4. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The shot missing. Rondo with the steal. It's stolen by Smith. Makes it off the glass.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
.23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Rondo dishes to Caldwell Pope. McGee a screen over Barnes. Los Angeles with another miss. Smith drives in, and he makes that one.
I tell you what, Smith is a gamer. This guy's out there to take on anybody who stands in his way.
Free throw good, Smith.
Well, that's going to do it. And the only chance they had was for him to miss those. Instead, he's absolutely perfect.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 9. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And obviously, look, they want to finish the game strong, but right now, look at the frustration on their faces.
It's very evident, Greg. You can tell they're upset. They've got to calm down and simply play this one possession at a time.
Rondo kicks to Stevenson. Dishes to Beasley. Feeds it to Rondo. Here's Hart. Off target. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you were active at both ends today. How did you get yourself going?
I think it was just us trying to come out and win a game at home. We know how important these are. Every game that we play is important, so we just got to keep it going.
And you protected the home court well, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.